This is how you prune a jade plant so that you encourage much more vigorous growth and get a thick trunk. So jade plants respond really well to being pruned. So this is my small jade plant here. I've got a few jade plants in my house. This is one of them. I keep this in my west facing bedroom, gets lots of sun, but it's not growing as vigorously as I would like. And I think the main reason for that is because I need to give it a bit of a prune. So when you prune this plant, it tends to send out lots of fresh new growth. I did think that the lack of growth was because I hadn't uppotted it in a while, but I recently uppotted it and I'm still not seeing that much strong growth. So I thought I'd give it a prune. It's looking a little bit lanky as well. So I'm hoping to get a few more branches, get a bushier look. So this plant effectively has two main trunks coming from the base of the soil, quite typical for a jade plant. And from these trunks, you get offshoots of stems from which the leaves grow. So as you can see with my plant, there's two main stems, and then you've got this kind of long stem here that's getting a little bit long, a little bit lanky, and it's kind of going in that direction, which is not really what I want. Kind of makes it look a bit uneven. Got the same for this stem here as well. It's kind of shooting out that way. So I want it to kind of remain compact and keep within the kind of diameter of the pot that it's in. So the great thing about a jade plant, when you cut it back, is it will always branch off into two stems. So if I was to make a cut, say there, in between this leaf node and this leaf node there, that stem will develop two new stems from that point there, and it will branch off. So I'll get two new stems and it will create a bushier look. So whenever you make a cut on a stem on a jade plant, it will do that. And if you keep doing it over and over, you'll get a thick trunk and you'll get a really bushy plant as well as it gets older. Where you make the cut on your stem is also really important in determining where the new stems come out from, and kind of gives you the direction of future growth. So generally, when you make a cut on your stem, you need to see where the lower leaves will be. So there's a pair of lower leaves there, and basically the new stem will grow from that point there and that point there, and it will grow in that direction and that direction. So it will grow outwards into away from the plant. Whereas if we were to cut on that piece there, you'll get a stem growing that way towards the camera, and then on the other end as well towards that camera. So kind of growing more of an inward position. So that's the kind of thing that I want to happen with this plant. So that's what I'm going to aim for when I make my cuts. So let's take this stem here and let's identify where I should make the cut. So I want to keep it more or less in line with the pot. So I think I'm going to cut around here, and I have to identify where I want the new stems to grow, and I want them to come more this way and away from the camera. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut just there, like so. So there should be a leaf here, I don't know where it's gone, but eventually a new stem will start to grow from there and from the other side. So it will grow out in that direction and it will grow out in that direction, and it will create a nice bushy plant. And then later, probably next year or the year after, we can make a cut on that stem and it will continue to grow new stems and get bushier and bushier. This piece that is remaining, the one that I cut, this will eventually kind of dry, shrivel up, and it will just fall off. So it won't leave that basically, make the plant look ugly. It will shrivel off and fall off, and you'll have a nice looking plant. So the next stem that I'm going to target is this rather long one here. Again, as you can see, it's kind of growing away from the pot a little bit too much. So I'm just going to cut it back, rein it in, and hopefully, well, it will branch out. So let's identify where I'm going to make the cut just by turning it around. So I want it to grow from that point there. So I'm going to make that cut. So again, there's going to be a stem piece growing there, and it's going to come out in this direction, and a stem piece there growing in that direction. So it's going to create a nice bushy look for me. So now to even this plant up, I think we need to make a cut here as well. I think, which one am I going to take? I think I'll take that one there, like so. And then there's this one here, looking a little bit lanky. So I am going to cut. So now if I was to cut here, the stem piece would come out in this direction and it'll go in towards this stem here. So I kind of want to avoid that. So I'm going to go lower on that one there. And it's going to, stem piece is going to grow from here and from here. And it's going to grow in that direction. And it's going to grow in that direction out towards, away from these stems. And I think that is probably it. I've got these two long ones here that I've not cut, but that's fine. That's growing kind of upwards on the plant. It's not going out towards the pot, exceeding the perimeter of the pot. So looks a little bit drastic that you made such drastic cuts, but I promise you, after a few weeks, it's going to push out lots of new growth. You're going to see lots of stem pieces starting to develop, and it's going to be a much bushier plant within a few months. So I've got lots and lots of cuttings here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cuttings. So I can either make stem cuttings like that, just take off the lower leaves and put it in soil, or I can take these leaves off and then I can propagate those to create even more plants. So make sure you do not throw these away. For your next video, make sure you watch how to propagate a jade plant. I'll link to it there. Click on the link and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.